Hi, my name is Stanley Waistcoat. I'm from a small town of Tennant Creek. I'm a Warramunga man, born in Alice but raised in Tennant with my family. Growing up in Tennant Creek is like really hard, you know. I live out of camps that where all people always live. That's where I live with my grandpa. I didn't grow up with my mum, so my mum like gave me away when I was 1 year old to my grandpa, my uncle. Then I stayed at their house with my grandpa, and then he passed away, and now I'm still with my uncle. Now I moved away, you know, just to make them feel proud, and for myself, you know, just want to move on and try something new, do better things for my life. Because Tennant Creek is like, can't really move around town, can't like go out somewhere. People want to fight, little kids smoke around. Parents just let them, they don't give a care like anymore. So, but for me, when I go back, when I look my brother grow, I'm gonna tell him the same. I did for myself, like follow my dream, keep pushing.
Is your goal to play AFL?
Yeah, I want to play AFL, make my family proud, make myself proud. Go out there, play in a big stadium. I want to be a good bloke for my little brothers. I want to step up and be a role model for them so they can look up to me. So they be like, I want to be like him one day.
So where are you living now?
After Christmas and New Year's, fly to Perth. Never been to Perth in my life. Went there, set myself. I'm playing in WA for South Fremantle. It's a new club. I love it, love the boys. And I love playing footy there. For my family back home, you know. I'm leading the way for them to be the next generation, for their culture and for the dreams that they chase when they grow up. For me, when I was growing up, I was like really stuffed at the moment, not going to school as I said before. And now I'm traveling, playing footy. Now I'm in Adelaide doing this AFL Indigenous program. It's time for you more, you know, to switch on, go to school, get their attendance up, and yeah, just doing good for yourself. If someone asks you to go do something, don't say, just say no, and just keep going, move forward, no turning back, just move forward and chase your dream, set your mind on it. Once you focus on it, you focus on it, just chase it.
What an outstanding young human being. That package, that piece moved me almost to tears. Yeah, Stanley, you're a superstar and we can't wait to watch you shine. I'm so proud of you and your journey. Like you said, it's been tough coming from those small communities, but you said it yourself, I'm leading the way. And, as Mob, there's nothing more important than family. So to be able to lead the way for your young brother boys and sister girls and little cousins and nieces and nephews, it's so powerful and you should be so proud.
Look, that was a bit of disjustice there, I think, when we were in the film room. I know Megsy was sitting right next to me, she was crying, and Andy looked the other way because he was crying. So I think there'll be a few people with a few tears in their eyes. That's exactly what you get home in Alice Springs and Tennant Creek. Terrific conditions they're in right now. He was one of those kids, and that's what those kids are. I was one of those kids as well 20, 30 years ago. So, hey, there are kids out there not maybe wanting to go home, haven't got a home to go to, most, that are on the streets. So, obviously sport's an outlet, but for a lot of these young kids, school should be the outlet, but they haven't got the urge or the capacity or someone there to help them along to go to school. So, look, he is fantastic. I couldn't speak like that when I was that age group. When I was that age, I think he's, mate, that's a phenomenal young human being, and whoever gets him in the draft, I know his older cousin Glenn Waistcoat was an absolute, I think it's his older cousin, might be an uncle, was an absolute champion there. So I just spoke to my cousin Joe earlier and knows a lot of the kids, and he said this bloke's he's a special one. So in saying that, look, grew up, born in Alice Springs, went up to Tennant Creek, same country as young Daniel Ponta, Warramunga country, so they got that long in them as well, so there'll be a bit of that side of as well. So some good pedigree there, and he's come from a real good family, and like we said, and you listen there, growing up with a pop and an uncle, they must have been two great gentlemen.
Yeah, you're absolutely spot on, Megsy and DJ. He's a young man with maturity beyond his years, and just want to thank our roving reporter Tyrone Winder to be able to capture that, the authenticity, the realness and the rawness of that interview. You could see he's carrying so much, young Stanley. You could see it in his eyes, and I think, as you said, he's just a wonderful young man, and you know, going over to South Fremantle, they've got a great history with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander footballers coming over and playing footy there. So I think it's a great environment for him to be able to go in. You know, as we spoke about, Riolis were there. I played juniors there. Marlon Pickett came from there, so I think they're going to be able to support him really well coming you know, off country and into WA. So as you spoke about, is an amazing role model, leader, and to be able to understand what's happening in his town, in his community, and what he's doing now and the pathways that he's looking forward to be able to break cycles and, you know, and trauma and things like that that's happening within his community is absolutely beautiful to see. And as you spoke about, being a young man like that, I don't know how I wouldn't have been able to speak like that, but for him to be able to do that, we're just so proud of you, Stanley, with what you've been able to do, and thank you so much for sharing that and the authenticity with how you did that.
Just wanted to add, you said something before. You went there as a 15-year-old kid. I think he's going to one of the better footy clubs in WA. South Fremantle has got a real stronghold of Indigenous players come through there, and he went there as a 15-year-old. I went there as a 16-year-old. bloke called Brian Sikatosko got us across there. You know, only played a couple of games and I went back to Carnarvon and then ended up in jail. So this bloke, he's in good hands and at a real good club as well.